Right, we are here at a very wet Snetterton race circuit. It's forecast to be rain and showers all day, but tomorrow, we're here for the weekend, tomorrow's forecast to be dry all day and sunny, so we could have a complete tale of two halves. So practice was horrendous. It is like an ice rink out there. You could tell that just by walking the track this morning. We ain't going to be getting any points for any championship today because it's a 2-lap of Snetterton 100 circuit, so it's over 100 seconds, and I think you only get points if you're within 20 seconds of the target time, and we are all 30 seconds plus slower. So we will try and win the class. I've got the least horsepower in the class. We're going against some big horsepower cars, but with the track how it is and the rain, that is a massive leveler. Yeah, they're just not going to get it down. I mean, we've got this Porsche up here that you can see, we're against that, but the rain is a big leveler. The circuit is like an ice rink, and we've just got to dally on round. So we'll see what time we get for the first time run. 132 seconds, I think, in practice. 101 is my time from 2 years ago, which is the target time. So yeah, 31 seconds off. So let's see how we do. Or on another update as well, I have managed to get some second-hand AO52s for the rear to try and keep the rear in check. But on a day like today, it don't matter what tyre you've got, it's just try and keep it on the black stuff. They are very used. There's only about 2 mil of tread, which is probably going to be worse than the tyres I had on a day like today with a bit of standing water. But we'll just see what we can do. Hold up, look, by this car. But I'm getting fuel starvation anyway, so I think I'm going to have another run. Yeah, I had to slow right down, he went off track.
You've got a rerun.
Yeah, can I just put a bit of fuel in though? Because we're getting a bit of fuel, and then I'll come back. Right, we've had lunch. It's been a long drag today, as some of these events are, especially when the weather's horrendous and everybody is careering off the track. So we are now on 3:20 and we're just coming down for the second time run. So this will be the second and last run. I have decided to change the front tyres. We've took the AD09s off and I've put my Pilot Sport 4s on the road tyres because it's so wet. Half of me is thinking a road tyre might actually be better suited. We're not going to get any points, we're not going to get anywhere near any time, so it's all about where we are in class and compared to others. We're currently second in class out of, I think, 7. The mega expensive Porsche, 2 cars in front of me, is leading by about 4 or 5 seconds. I don't think I'm going to get near that because, as I say, the conditions are worse now, not better than previous. It's been raining constant. It has literally just stopped now, but it's been raining for the last 3 hours solid. So yeah, we're going to try the very worn AO52s on the back and the completely unworn Pilot Sport 4s on the front and just see what that's like in the wet. The back's been fairly well behaved, which just shows you the difference in grip between the AD09 and the AO52s, which I've mentioned many times before. Even a worn set is way in front in terms of grip, both dry and wet. But I'm hoping, because the car's been understeering around a lot of corners, now that could just be the track, the racing line's very greasy, very wet, and it might understeer no matter what tyre you put on, but we've got nothing to lose. we're going to give it a go with the Pilot Sport 4s on the front, see what that's like for turning and grip. And if it is slightly better, we can use that combination in the future possibly. So a bit of a test, see how we get on. But yeah, this first time run were exactly 130 seconds dead, so improved on practice by a couple of seconds. Let's see, anything in the 120s, 120, whatever, I'll be happy with, even if it's just a smidge off. So as I say, it's not, the conditions are the worst they've been all day. Right. We are back for day 2, the Sunday at Snetterton, and as you can tell, the weather is 100% different. So it's forecast bright, sun spells all day today. Not red hot warm, only about 18, 19. But after yesterday, we will take any improvement. So we've got the worn AO52s on the back and the AD09s on the front. It felt quite balanced in practice. We did 107. The target time is my PB from 2 years ago, which is 101. Now I don't think I'm going to get 6 seconds quicker today, but if the sun stays out and the track warms up, you just never know. So yeah, the track felt good. It's fully dried up, even though it was torrential rain yesterday at times. It's fully dry now. We are going to give it 100% straight from the off on first time run, no holding back, and see what we get. I may run out of fuel at some point. I got fuel starvation on one of the runs yesterday. I've got 10 litres when we have put that in, but 10 litres ain't a lot in this car, so. And we've done practice and another couple of runs yesterday, so we'll see how it goes on fuel, but we're just going to give it the everything. Yeah, felt good though, felt good. We'll see what the time was, but missed a gear. A couple of places I could be quicker at.
These guys are doing well, you know. They don't like stick shift with the left, but they.
Right, run 2 after lunch. So we did a 103 point something for that first time run. Felt good, I was flat out. Couple of seconds off my time from 2 years ago, which is the target time. So is it achievable? Well, it might be, who knows? The sun's out. I don't think there's 2 seconds, but if the track's developed a bit more grip, the sun's obviously been out most of the time, a bit more heat, who knows? I think I'm just going to sling it into every corner and hope it sticks. If it does, it does. If not, we'll be working at the steering wheel, drifting round. But yeah, I think it's just a case of balls to the wall, let's go for it and see if it sticks. See if we can shave any more time off. A 102 would be nice, but let's see. I'm trying to get them gear shifts. I'm going to have to be a bit more gentle into 4th gear. It's just, you can't tell it's in 4th. Every other gear it like notches in, clicks in, but 4th's just very just like loose, so you can hardly tell if it's in or not. So yeah, we'll try and be a bit more precise with those 2, and that'll save a couple of attempts and see how the rest goes. weights up. Right, trying to remember to put my gloves on this time. We are coming down for the last run, time run number 3. So we shaved a few tenths off, I think, on that last one to a 103.1, I think it was. Anything in the 102s again will do, because we are flat out. But we'll see. The sun's gone in it, the wind's picked up, so the probably track temperatures are slightly down, so it might be a struggle, but we will give it everything and see what everybody else does. So we're still leading the class just. But yeah, it's all down on this last run. We'll see what we can do. Everything 102.08, I think that'll do. Come on. See a massive difference in grip putting the AO52s on the back. That's only half a second or so off my PB from last time, which we'll take that. We shall take that. Just shows you what tyres make a difference. Right, so after a lengthy break, we were back at it this weekend at Snetterton. And all in all, it turned out to be a good weekend. Complete tale of two halves, Saturday and Sunday, which sometimes you get in England. We've had a few of these, I think, where one day is completely wet and the other's completely dry, so not out of the ordinary, shall we say. As we arrived on Saturday, it was raining cats and dogs, so any points for the championships were straight out of the window. But the forecast beforehand had forecast Sunday to be a glorious day, and for once in a while the weathermen got it right, and it turned out like that. So Saturday, it was a case of how far do you push. Lots of people going off track, lots of spins, lots of accidents, as you can imagine. The track was treacherous, way more slippier than driving on the public roads. And anybody that's not done track days and goes out on track for the first time in the wet, I would advise be very, very cautious. There's not the same level of grip you get on the roads near your home. It is like an ice rink. There is some grip somewhere on the wet lines, as they're called in racing, but when it's really heavy and the track's got a lot of rubber on it from previous, yeah, even the grippy bits, you then go to a slippy bit and the car's all over the place. So I pushed as much as I dare, and that second run resulted in 122.9 seconds, which I think won the class by about 5 seconds. So yeah, really went for it. I put, as I mentioned on the video, I put the Michelin Pilot Sports on the front because I was getting understeer on the AD09s. No semi-slick tyre is really good in the wet. The AO52s are about as good as it gets, but I just thought, let's put the road tyres on. And sure enough, yeah, shave 7 seconds off. Whether it were all down to the tyre or me pushing a bit more, it's hard to say, but they definitely helped. So that's something to bear in mind for future if it's really, really wet. Because I'm going to take 2 road tyres and wheels with me to every event for that very scenario, I think, moving forwards. Other than that, so yeah, finished first in class on the Saturday, then camped out overnight, arrived Sunday, glorious conditions, forecast to be dry and warm all day. Not red hot, not perfect, because it was about 18, 19 and the wind got up a bit, but 9 out of 10, as good as we could hope for, given the previous day. And the times were a lot closer in my class. Everybody, the track was grippy from the outset. I thought it'd take a while to get rubbered in, but no, after walking it, yeah, all the rain had completely dried up and it just felt grippy underfoot. It did evolve as the day went on, and I think it did get slightly grippier as more rubber went down and as the more heat got into the track. So that's why my time just got progressively slightly quicker each time. Finishing in a 102.08, which my best previous is a 101.4, so 6/10 off my time from 2 years back, which I think was respectable. The time from 2 years ago definitely there. If I'd have had another couple of runs, I think I'd have probably got it, because it wasn't a perfect run, that third one by any means, but I was pushing. So yeah, the car completely balanced and neutral with the AO52s on the back and the AD09s on the front. It's my car, it's always the rear end that's going to go, so I can afford to have a lesser tyre on the front. There's the engine's at the front, the weight's at the front, the camber on the wheels is at the front. So the front's always planted, it always turns in well, and if anything's going to go, it's the back. But just putting the AO52s on the back for the grip just meant it went completely neutral, a lot easier to drive, a lot better feeling driving it as well. Where before it was just, is it going to go, is it going to go? No, I can sling it in, and if it does go, it kind of four-wheel drifts, which is much more predictable. So I've got 3 events left, Hevel and double header at Blighton, which I will leave that set up. So the AD09's on the front, the AO52's on the back, but next year we'll be going to the AO52's all round for the ultimate grip. But yeah, night and day. So if I'd have not had them tyres on, no doubt I'd have been 2 seconds plus off my time from previous, as I have been at other places, and I've been moaning that the rear end's all over the place. So yeah, massive improvement. First in class on the Sunday as well, so there were 2 cars that did a 103, so up until that last run I'd got a 103.1, so the lowest of the 103s, but it was fairly close. That just cemented first place with that last run, with a 102 dead. So yeah, we've got Hevel in a couple of weeks. We'll see what the weather's like for that one, but good points on the Sunday for the BARC Championship and the HSA Championship. Very, very few points, if any, on the Saturday, but we have a medal and we have first in class and we have the wet weather champion again, which is always nice. Thank you very much.